Here to start things off is Neistat.
So Samsung asked me to come here and talk to my friends about a movie that they're making. This is a movie that was spearheaded by Logan Paul. You know who he is? That big long guy with the ridiculous muscles. And this is a movie that Logan really spearheaded and championed, and Samsung worked with him on a little bit, putting up a bunch of the 360 videos for behind the scenes and stuff. But in any event, brought these guys out here to talk about the movie, and I think really talk about sort of where social media and mainstream media overlap. But let's bring that out, and we've got some of the rest of the team from the movie as well.
My cue.
That's your cue.
My cue.
I just want to be on the record that I thought live streaming this is a really bad idea.
Probably a horrible. Yeah, it is. Say what's up to Facebook Live, guys. How is everybody? How you doing? Good. Thank you for coming, guys. Enjoy the taxis.
And I think what would be great is why don't we just go around and have everyone introduce themselves. And one play Spanish or English, whatever works better for you. And let everybody know sort of what your involvement is and what this movie's about a little bit. I'm looking at you, boss.
Should I start?
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, I'm Wampa. I'm from Mexico. I'm one of the Latinos. I'm one of the top influencers there, and Logan invited me to this movie, which was amazing because I'm the only one that's not like from the US. It was a big opportunity, and I got a co-lead role with Logan and his foreign exchange brother, which is amazing because it's kind of the chemistry we have in real life.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
Wampa says I invited him. We were privileged to have Wampa on the film. Casey as well. These guys are both dear friends with me, and the fact that Wampa plays my foreign exchange brother in the film, like you said, the chemistry is there in real life. I guess, did you say, was the question involvement in the film?
Yeah,
So,
you said it.
okay,
It's not too much to ask, Logan.
Sure thing. So, movie is called Airplane Mode. I wrote it with Dylan, and then he's one of the directors. There's two of them. I'm sure we'll get to you in about 50 seconds. The other one's name is Dave. I am the lead in the film and executive producer, and this whole thing has been an amazing, fun journey, and I'm glad we get to share with you guys today.
I shot the movie Airplane Mode, which was pretty fun, and having these guys in it, a bunch of other social stars, and seeing them go from what they usually do in different social platforms to actually acting, and seeing their humor come to life even more was pretty incredible. And I got to shoot with this good guy, Dylan, right here.
Hello. Dylan Trussell. I directed the movie along with David Demetz, who could not be here. Single tear dropped down my face, but it's all good. This movie, you are all going to love it. I promise you. We poured our hearts and souls into this thing and spent 2 years making this. And I really think you're gonna like it. And up to my left is Andrew, one of the producers.
Hey, how you guys doing? And I produced this movie with Jeff Levin, which by no way was an easy task.
Hey dude, Jeff Levin, one of the producers, also Logan's manager. Like Dylan said, we've been working on this for well over 2 years, and it's just really excited to see it come to fruition now.
Does anyone know anything about? You shouldn't, but does anyone know anything about this movie? Okay, good.
We'll let Logan.
And just like before Logan jumps in, this movie, like you wrapped on this, they finished shooting
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is like a newborn baby that's barely come out of the womb yet.
I can't even talk yet.
You guys ever have a baby and you just care for it so much? That's good. That's good.
One hand. I know there's more than one mom, but we only got one hand, so the other mom does not care.
Why don't we play the teaser?
Is that right now? Do we want to do that right after
Let's get an idea here.
Okay, so you guys, this teaser, we like Casey said, we finished shooting not that long ago. This teaser has only been shown to one audience in the world, in Cannes, France. So you guys are the second audience to see this. It is wild, so brace yourselves. Yeah, get on the floor.
Everyone knows that you put your phone in airplane mode. Come on, let's see the high dollar pornography.
I have so many questions, but Logan, why don't you lead up? Give us the premise.
The premise of the film. Okay, so the movie features 20 to 25 of the biggest social media stars in the world, who I'm sure all you guys know and love and/or hate. And basically, we shove them on an airplane, and when the flight attendant says, buckle your seatbelt, put your tray tables up, and throw your phones in airplane mode, you guys know how creators are. Kids who live and die on their cell phones, right? This movie shows the crazy consequences that happen if you don't put your phones in airplane mode. Because in real life, I mean, does everyone really do that? So what happens when, you know, the biggest cell phone addicted kids in the world don't do it? And obviously, as you can see, it's the chaos ensues along with that.
And everybody plays themselves, which was really fun. Because we got to make caricatures of everybody's personality.
Yeah, in real life, I am a TSA agent.
Nearly everyone plays themselves.
A sleeping one.
I have a question that I've been dying to ask you since I was on set. I was on set for one day. And when I was on set, I was looking around. I know I spent a lot of time on big movie sets. I was looking around, and like everybody is so good at Snapchatting it and Vining it and YouTubing it and tweeting it. And then when you call action, everybody had these like blank, quizzical looks on their face. Like, how do you possibly take a group of people that are really fluent in one language, which is social media, and get them to act?
You know, I think them playing themselves definitely helped out because they already knew the role that they were going to play. Getting them to act wasn't that difficult. They were all really comfortable in front of the camera, in front of the crew and everything. And what we did that was a little bit different was, instead of just, you know, letting them completely run with it or forcing them to read exactly what was on the page, we kind of let them know what the intention of the scene was, and as long as they got the intention down, we let them have as much fun with the dialogue as they could. And that really honed in, because when they're in front of their own cameras on their phones, that's what they're doing, they're improv.
Did anybody whose name you might recognize surprise you with their talent skills? Their acting skills?
Casey Neistat, you played a sleeping TSA agent. I believe your sleeping skills were great. It was when you opened your mouth, we worried a little bit.
I was literally asleep on set the entire time.
Yeah, you know, there were several people that surprised me with how great they were at acting. You know, Vitaly really stole the show as the villain. You know, he's famous for these pranks where he's just basically torturing people in real life. And we made that carry over to the big screen. He did a fantastic job. King Batch was incredible, definitely stole a scene for sure. Arielle Vandenberg played an amazing flight attendant. And there's too many to name, but there was a lot that stood out.
And Logan, I think something a lot of people don't know about you is just how seriously you take acting. And the fact that you do spend a lot of time in school for acting, and you do a number of workshops, and like it's a much bigger part of your life than what is external facing. On a movie set like this, like, does it help? Could you feel it? Does it make a difference? Does it move the needle?
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, yeah, I think you're right. I'm in acting classes like twice a week, and it's kind of what I've been doing in LA along with making content. And To be honest, yes, it helped, but having written the film with Dylan and Dave.
I think the word's rodent.
It's rodent, the past tense. Yeah. The Mexicanos. Having written the film, it helps because I've lived this character, not only because it is me, it is a heightened, exaggerated version of me, but I know him inside and out because we created him from day one, and for 2 years I've been sculpting this character. So yeah, I've never been more suited to play a role for this because it is me. But yeah, it definitely helps, man.
And to answer your further point one more time, it was a real pleasant surprise finding out that Logan could act. That was great.
I think when we started writing it, I hadn't done anything. It was Vines, right? That had been it.
Jeff, I know that Samsung either loaned you or gave you a handful of 360 cameras. Besides that, how did you come up with the money? How did you raise the money to make a movie like this? And just like educate us on how does that work? Because I just make a YouTube movie on my camera or cell phone, but how does it work to make a movie that costs money?
It was an amazing process. Once we had the script written, we showed it to a bunch of studios and investors, and really were lucky to find 3 investors who really understood our vision, really understood the power of social media, right? The fact to raise money and make a movie off the backs of Logan and Wampa and 20 other social media stars is amazing feat, in itself. But I think nowadays these are the stars of the future, right? These are the kids who have such a following and a built-in audience that want to see them succeed. So I think it was definitely a hard process of going through that, but we were lucky enough to find the right investors.
How does a movie like this how do you get the money back? How do you make money in a movie like this?
Well, right now we're editing, as you can see, and we'll take it out to distributors and see, what people want to do with it and what the right deals are and how they want to distribute it.
How do you think people want to watch a movie like this? Do you think people want to see it?
You will be seeing this movie in theaters, guaranteed.
Theatrical release, yeah.
Mexico too.
Yeah. Wampa brings a great demographic, which is, I think, that's part of the reason you're so special to the film is because he's like the #1 Latin American star, and I know that his audience is going to be hungry to see him in his first feature, right? Yeah. We got lucky. We snagged.
Wampa is only 12 and a half years old.
almost 13. Come on.
His fake ID says otherwise.
What was the biggest surprise?
What?
What was the biggest surprise in making this movie?
I think what was interesting was when you had everybody on set, and I've heard directors say this before, an actor will come out and do their part, and then they'll go back to their dressing room. And then when Soderbergh did Ocean's 11, you realize all the talent was staying on set, because they wanted to hang out with each other, they wanted to be creative. And I feel like we cultivated, a set like that. Everybody was staying on set, they were hanging out, making videos together, rehearsing their lines, and that kind of was the theme of the movie.
I was only on set for half of one day, but it was at this place called Air Hollywood.